I came to the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club Bellwood unit when I was 7. I was originally in the YMCA, and my mom sent my sister over first. And she saw from my sister being there that it was going to be a place where someone, as I was when I was younger, who was very shy and to himself and wouldn't too much speak to other children, that I would learn how to develop socially there. So when I first got there, I had to introduce myself to Charlie Smith, the unit director. And I remember like mumbling and jumbling a lot of words that probably sound like Porky Pig, but Mr. Smith sat there and listened to every mumble and jumble, and that's what really hit home to me, that I had found somewhere that I could feel safe and that I could finally learn to be a kid.
When he came, he had a lot of energy, and he was almost like a peacemaker, I would say, because he was always trying to solve things. When two kids out on the field and something happened, he always come and try to be the peacemaker. Also, Jalen brought in some built-in leadership. So when we saw this, we try to put Jalen in a leadership role. We try to put him in speaking role, so he can come over that fear that he had.
The staff would like sit down and work with me and getting me to breathe and actually speak slowly and fluently. Like often I would end up in Mr. Smith's office and I wouldn't come there to get help with my speech, but because I was having problems, he would tell me, Jalen, just take a breath, talk, slow down. And I thought that I would never be able to stand in front of a crowd and speak, and the Boys and Girls Club was my first opportunity to do so, and at such a very young age. At the end of elementary, my father decided to leave my family for the streets. And at that time, I was very devastated and torn apart in that I did not have a male role model in my life to help guide me. And I took that frustration out at school and at home, and my grades began to falter, my attitude began to sour.
A lot of these young people that come to the club is raised by the one parent, which is their mother. There's no father figure, you know. And but I wanted them to know that they still to go as far as they want to go, and they can be whatever they want to be. It's not where who your parents are, not where you grew up at, it's what's in your heart.
There was no such thing as I can't or I quit with Charlie Smith. It was always a you can and you will. And the club staff pretty much preached the same message. I would come there after school, be complaining about, oh, well, this class was hard, that class was hard. They're like, oh, well, that's life. Like, you need to understand that the things that you want in life don't come easy, especially being Black, it will never come easy, that I need to be willing to work 2 times harder than the kid sitting in class next to me. The Boys and Girls Club taught me the value of hard work, and therefore I understood in making that switch that I was gonna have to give up a lot in order to achieve my dream of attending Woodward Academy.
Jalen will work during the summer months. After he worked during the summer months, he get off, he'll come to the club. During the school year, he will work a couple of hours after school, and then he will come to the club. But he was working in order to pay his way, his tuition to attend Woodward Academy.
When I applied, I knew that my main difficulty in attending was going to be actually paying the tuition, but the Boys and Girls Clubs made that possible by reaching out to different donors and asking them would they not mind investing into my future. And thanks to the advisory board's efforts, I was able to attend all 4 years without feeling the burden of paying for private school tuition.
One of the things that Jalen also shared with us that first of all, he wanted to become a lawyer. After a lawyer, he wanted to become a judge, and then he wanted to become a U.S. Senator. So he had his life already mapped out.
The Boys and Girls Club has been very influential in that they have made sure that I have stayed true to like the values that I told them when I first got there. I remember an instance in the past 2 years where the children in my neighborhood were trying to induce me to sell drugs, and it was the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club that stepped in to remind me of the person that I told them I wanted to be. Charlie Smith, the unit director, came on a Sunday after church to sit with me and pray over me to remind me of my excellence, and that I told him that I was going to be great.
The people that were selling drugs, that they had all the girls, they were popular around the school and all that. And I had to remind Jalen, first of all, you know, you didn't come this far to try to be popular in school. You came this far because you wanted to get your education. You need to stay focused on that. And so immediately, I think Jalen, you know, grabbed that and, you know, he embraced that. And then he's quit hanging around that bad influence, and he kept focused on his schoolwork.
The very stern lesson that I've learned at the Boys and Girls Clubs, we were always taught the importance of a secondary education, in that it not only opens doors for you, but it exposes you to a different sphere of the world that most African American students never get to, and that knowing that kind of drove me to apply to 23 colleges, which was probably a little too much, but I knew that I wanted to land somewhere that was not only going to help me grow academically, but also help me in attaining skills that would allow me to go on after college and pursue a career in law and politics.
Without that money, then he would never got the opportunity to visit the other school that he would like to try to attend, and nor would he have been able to have his own laptop. And so the Youth of the Year plays a vital role with our teens, and it really getting them a lift and get them to really to, I guess, make a start on their way to college.
I knew that the school had a very good reputation, but also had a very long bill. And the Boys and Girls Club helped me into pursuing scholarships that would allow me to afford to pay for Northwestern. One of the advisory board members recommended me to a scholarship program called the Bill Main Scholarship, and thanks to that, every morning when I wake up, I'm not stressing over, well, I need to pay like this bill, or how is my tuition going to be paid. The Boys and Girls Club has now given me that peace of mind that I can just be a college student and learn. The Boys and Girls Club staff were also very helpful in helping me apply for the Gates Millennium Scholarship. They would review my essays and give me pointers, and a lot of the content of my essays actually came from my experiences at the Boys and Girls Club. The Gates Millennium Scholarship pays for the full tuition of any four-year university, and it also will carry you through your master's and doctorate program as well.
America, you know, is waiting on Jalen to come and make a big impact. He wanted to give back to young people, and he wanted to give back to his Boys and Girls Club, because he once told me that, Mr. Smith, once I make it, I'll never forget the Boys and Girls Club, what it done for me. And I want to be able to give back.
I believe that anything that you do should always trickle back down in a way that you've helped make a better path for others behind you. My name is Jalen Coleman, and I am the 2014-2015 Youth of the Year for the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Clubs. I attend Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois. I have been enjoying my time at Northwestern as it allows me to not only engross myself into a rich academic environment, but also pursue a multitude of interests that I may develop over my 4 years here. I would like to thank the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Clubs, the Advisory Council, Mr. Smith, Patrice Holt, my mom and my sister for allowing me to pursue my dream of attending a 4-year university. I would like to thank the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club for the impact that they've had in my life and allowing me to dream big.